It is the SMT Media Network. Folks, let's discuss something that's kind of going under the radar. We need to discuss this here today because I don't know. Maybe some of you guys haven't noticed it, but the Celtics are heating up. They are rounding out into championship form. What I mean by that is, they've got the championship pedigree. They're defending champions. And those guys know how to win in the most important times. And I was a little concerned about them earlier in the season, the way that they were playing, the way that they were losing games, certain situations and scenarios within important games against good teams. But now what I'm starting to see from them is the championship form that we saw for much of the duration of last year. So this is a good indication, if you're a Celtics fan, that things are kind of settling in for the Celtics. All right, so for starters here, they actually beat the Portland Trailblazers last night in a game where, the Celtics now have 5 wins in a row, 9 of their last 10 with wins, and they're only 5 games behind the Cleveland Cavaliers. After beating Portland 129-116, no Jaylen Brown, no Porzingis, right? So some key pieces that are typically a big part of how they win their games. Jayson Tatum dropped 30 points, 9 rebounds, 9 assists. Really good game from him. 24 from Sam Hauser. That's a nice addition there, right? You don't typically see him doing that all the time, but that's good. 17, 3, and 8 from Derek White. Really good this year. 16 points from Pritchard, and then 13 from Luke Cornett in terms of the rest of the guys that actually made an impact. In terms of the Celtics, they shot pretty good, 46% from the three-point line. They took 50, so lots of volume, but they took care of the ball. They only had like 9 turnovers. Speaking to kind of how they're starting to play the game. This is a quality road win for them. Portland is a turnaround story. They're like a top 3 defense over the last few months. Chauncey Billups, give him props. He's got his guys playing hard. He's got his guys competing. So they're not just going to be an easy win. So I want to give, the Portland Trailblazers their due and their mention in this video. But I think more importantly for Boston, rounding into shape. The depth is kind of coming into place for them. With respect to the Cavs have to be very careful here. After losing 4 straight and then Boston being on a winning streak, winning 9 of their last 10, they closed the gap. And I'm not saying that the Boston Celtics are going to pass the Cavs in terms of the Eastern Conference standings, but it's something that you have to think about. If the Cavs, for example, were to experience additional consecutive losses and losing streaks, Boston's starting to look like they're ready to make their run. And this is the right time to get hot, is at the end of the season. And guys are very rested for them. Think about it. Kristaps Porzingis hasn't played much this year due to injuries and illness and other things. With respect to Drew Holiday, he didn't play in this game, I don't think. At least I didn't see him in the action. And he's been out a lot. Same thing with Jaylen Brown. He's been absent due to different things such as injuries. They haven't logged a lot of minutes. And Jayson Tatum, for what it's worth, I think we have to say this in this video. Can we give this guy some damn credit? Criminally overlooked, criminally underappreciated. This guy is always available, blatantly disrespected by people, saying he's not a star and whatever other things they conjure up. Well, I don't know what the hell a star is then, because this guy plays every night, plays hard every night, and is an agent of winning. When guys aren't available, he is. And he does whatever it takes. I see this guy dishing the rock. I see this guy scoring an ISO. He knocks down shots. He plays defense. He's such a good player. What the hell do people see when they watch this guy play? I just don't understand how he doesn't get more respect as a player. But anyways, neither here nor there. The Celtics are getting hot. They're starting to peak at the right time. They're rounding into shape. And I think this is a cause for concern if you're Cleveland. If you can't do the same thing yourself, bounce back. They got the win in Utah. Now they got to build on that and continue to stay ahead. The Celtics are hot. They're rounding out into shape. And I've always been very respectful of the champions. You never want to sleep on them. I have felt that Cleveland has been a better team for more of the year. But now things are starting to look a little bit tighter as we get closer to the end of the season. What's your take? What do you guys think of the Celtics and how they've been playing recently? To me, I think this is an indication of good signs for the Celtics moving forward. What about you? What do you think? Drop me a comment. Like, share, subscribe. Check out some more of our videos. We'll see you guys on the next one.